Namaskar, friends. This is Shekhar Mayanil here. Welcome to the ninth episode of Sri Bharat Charitamrit Sindhu. And first of all, let me bow down to Hanumanji Maharaj, who is none other than my own breath. And of course, Ganeshji Maharaj also, because of whom I am able to talk and give some insights into uh, Bharatji's Charitra. So actually, today happens to be Mother's Day, and I wish every mother who is watching this show a very, very happy Mother's Day. Second thing is, I owe everything that I am talking to my mother because who taught me the essential essence, the deep meaning of Sri Ramcharitmanas. Although in the beginning I was reluctant and and almost non-believer in things, but she drilled in me something which is, she said, whatever you are seeing is not what it is. It is much more deeper than that. All the characters you see in Ramcharitmanas are showing some aspect or some weakness in human personality, human being, and there it has been exaggerated to an extent that you understand that. So that's what the whole purpose of this discussion is about, to understand the human nature and learn from them. So that's what it is. So today we'll talk about Bharat Charitamrit Sindhu, and I'll share the screen. So the today's topic is basically CAA is a prerequisite for Ram Rajya. Now, what is that CAA? Of course, CAA has been a lot of, it's been a talking term in Bharat right now. But nonetheless, it is really important to understand what CAA stands for actually in the context of Sri Ramcharitmanas, or especially in context of Bharat Charitra. Okay. So C is conscious living, A is awareful living, and another A is alert living. So if you are unconscious, unaware, and non-alert, then Ram Rajya cannot happen. Most people think Ram Raj is very simple. It is very, very, very difficult. It is not that easy as people think it is. So unconscious, most of us are living unconsciously. Most of us are totally unaware of what we are doing. We are not even aware of our breath. Forget about other things. And we are not alert. If we are not alert, the enemies from within and without both will be uh, choking our throat right away. So that's what alert living is about. So because of the collapse of CAA in Ayodhya, Sri Ram had to go to the forest. Now CA, as I had earlier mentioned, it is conscious, awareful, and alert living. So where is where there is lust or kama, as you say, or desire, there is no Ram. If there is calm, there is no Ram. Now you will think, what am I talking here? Ram represents the embodiment of knowledge or gyan. Okay. When this knowledge and gyan leaves, when the calm comes or the desire comes, so the Ram has to go into the forest. Ram, who is an embodiment of knowledge or gyan, leaves when calm or lust or desire become predominant in one's mind. So Lakshmanji represents detachment and passion, or dispassion, right? Detachment or dispassion or vairagya. Now, when Ram leaves, this detachment and dispassion also has to go with him. He follows the Ram, he follows the Gyan. Wherever there is Gyan or knowledge, the at true knowledge, vairagya has to happen. If vairagya is not happening, which means that Gyan is absolutely incomplete. And another person, Sita ji, who is an embodiment of devotion or bhakti, goes only where knowledge and dispassion goes. So this is the three. That's why the three had to go. Although it was the exile or 14 years of forest was prescribed for Ram. But why did the Lakshman ji and Sita ji also go with him? Because wherever there is knowledge or gyan goes, that's exactly where the detachment is or dispassion is, and that's exactly where devotion or bhakti lives. So all three has to be are together, always together. So this is the reason. So this desire is the root cause of all this evil, right? In Bhagavad Gita chapter 2, verse 62, it says, Dhyayato Vishayan Punsaha Sangaste Shopajayate Sangat Sanjayate Kamaha Kamat Krodho Vijayate. It says, while contemplating on the object of the senses, one develops attachment to them, right? Not detachment, attachment. And this attachment leads to desire. And now when the desire is met, let's say if it meets, then the lobe happens. Lobe means much more, you want more of the same, right? And suppose if it does not, then it gives rise to anger, right? So anger, greed, lust, all are in the same complex actually, right? And they are considered in Sri Ramcharit Manas as Manas Rog, or the disease of the mind. Okay. And then when the krodh happens, krodhat bhavati sammohaha, sammohat smriti vibhramaha, smriti भ्रंशात् buddhinasho, buddhinashat pranashyati. Then what happens? Anger leads to clouding of the judgment, which results in loss of memory. And when the memory is lost, the intellect gets destroyed. And when the intellect is destroyed, one is ruined. And that is exactly what happened to Dashrath and Kaikeyi. So you might ask, was desire a predominant thought in Dashrathji's or Kaikeyi's mind? Yes. The answer is yes. And we have already seen that Kaikeyi showed signs of Vasana for her son to become king, and Dashrathji shows Kam Vasana, as would be evident in the following Chaupais. Okay. Did Dashrathji had Kam Vasana lust toward Kaikeyi? Yes. Let's dissect Dashrathji's thought process just before entering Kaikeyi's palace. Palace means, I would say, he went to the palace and he saw she was not there. So, and she was in Kopabhavan, which means sulking home, sulking house, room, whatever you call it. So Dashrathji knew, this is one thing important that one must know. Dashrathji knew Kaikeyi loved Ramji a lot, very much. She was very much deeply. Uh, she always felt like if Ram was her son, that would have been so good. That much love she had for Ram. So there is a custom that whosoever is the harbinger of a good news is showered with various kinds of gifts by the receiver of the news. Okay, so if Dashrathji is to go to tell her without letting anybody know beforehand, so he purposely kept Kaikeyi in the dark. So Manthara was not wrong about it. That this celebration has been going on for the beautification of the city is going on for a long time. Maybe not that long. She was hyperbole in her speech, but um, it's, Kaikeyi was totally kept in the dark. Everybody else knew in the house, but Kaikeyi except Kaikeyi. Why? Because Dashrathji expected the treasured gift from Kaikeyi because he is going to be the harbinger for good news for her. So that had the Kam Vasana element in Dashrathji's mind. See, or to desire to have her as a gift when she hears the good news of Sri Ram coronation. So that was the inner thought process that Dashrath ji had, even though it is not clearly mentioned, but it is mentioned in Ramcharitmanas, not in other Ramayana, I think, but in Ramcharitmanas it is very clearly mentioned. And Tulsidas ji does not spare Dashrath ji at all in that place. So what he says, Kopa bhavan suni sakacheu rao, bhay basa agahu parai न का पाओ सुरपति बसई बाहबल जाके नरपति सकल रहे रुख ताके सो सुनितिय सिय गयो सुखाई देखे काम प्रताप बढ़ाई. You note down the red portion of it. Dekhe काम प्रताप बढ़ाई. He says that. सूल कुलिस असी अगवनिहारे ते रतिनाथ सुमन sarat mare. Ratinath means Kamdev, the god of love, right? The king was taken aback when he heard the sulking, heard of the sulking Kopavan. This means he was very much afraid. I said, oh my God, what happened? Why is she in the Kopavan? His feet refused to advance on account of fear. He, under whose powerful arm the celestial Lord felt secure, and whose goodwill was even sought by all the rulers, was stunned at the news of the wife's anger. Now, Tulsidaji says, look at the mighty power of sexual love. Even those who have endured the blows of a spear, thunderbolt, or sword have been overcome with the flowery shaft of Rati's Lord, which means Kamdev. Kamdev always throws flowery shafts, not necessary thunderbolt, right? But those who have, Dashrathji could endure spear, thunderbolt, sword, everything. But this flowery shaft of Kamdev, he could not handle. The See, if there was no such desire, then he should not have been taken aback. But he was. The king timidly approached his beloved queen and was terribly distressed to see her in that condition. She was lying on the floor in old, coarse attire, having cast away all the ornament, just like a widow, right? Drawing close to her, the king asked in soft accent, why are you angry, my soul's delight? This is what he said. So this was the essential uh, thought pattern that exists in his head. So these are the characteristics of those who are not established in CAA: unconscious, non-alert, unaware. If Dashrathji was aware, conscious, and alert, he would not have gone to that level. So the worst thing is that take a note of Dashrathji's language. Why am I saying that he was unconscious, alert, non-alert, and unaware? Because of the language and the demeanor in which he spoke in the following chopais. It is really distressing to know that people of that caliber can talk that almost like disrespectful to his own people in the kingdom, including his own family. That kind of a level of low can somebody go once somebody is unconscious, non-alert, and unaware. अनहित तोर प्रिया के ही कीन्हा के ही दुई सिर के ही जमु चहलीना कह के रंग कही करो नरेसु कह के नृप ही निकासो देसु सकल तोर अरि अमर उमारी काह कीट बपुरे नर नारी जानसी मोर सुभाउ बरोरु मन तव आनन चंद चकोरु प्रिया प्राण सुत सरब सुमोरे परिजन प्रजा सकल बस तोरे. Oh my goodness. What all thing he's talking. He says, just note this color combination, the color depiction here, the black and the green and the blue and all that. So just Who is it, my dear, that has harmed you? Who is there with a head to spare? And who is it that is courted by death? I mean, that kind of anger he is showing. Tell me, which pauper I should exalt to the position of king, and which monarch I should banish from his kingdom. Tell me what can I do for you? If you want a pauper to become king, I shall do that too. If you want a king to go become a pauper, I'll do that too. I would slay even an immortal, were he your enemy. Of what account? Then are men and women. He said, immortal I can finish it just for you. Then what are these men and women? They are just worms for me. A king saying this has gone to the level of gutter. You see that this has happened in the past, and this is where we have to learn that what account of the men and women are they? They are the worms. I can kill in the immortal. What about these people? Anybody. You know my disposition, O beautiful lady. My mind is enamored by your face as chakor bird is for the moon. You know the chakor bird, he looks at the moon. Chand ko chahe chakor. You know there is a filmy song. चांद को क्या मालूम चाहता है उसको चकोर वो बेचारा दिन पर देखे कहे ना कोई शोर. I mean, this is kind of a story that there goes. Chakor is a beautiful bird who loves to look at the moon. He is in deep love with the moon. So that kind of love I am in with you. That's what Dashrath is saying to Kaikeyi. Oh, my beloved, my people, my family. Can you believe? Now he is going one more step. My people, my family, all that I possess, my sons even, nay, my life itself, are all at your disposal. Now, this is totally deranged king. He's gone nuts, completely out of control. That is the sign of somebody who is off CAA. He is no more in control. The total collapse of integrated brain functioning is happening with Dashrathi. Earlier, we had discussed what all caused the total disintegration of brain functioning. So, buddhinashat pranashyati. This is what it is. Buddhinasham, complete annihilation of intellect and everything. King Dashrathji and Kaikeyi represent a sample survey of this collapse of integrated brain function, which is regulated by prefrontal cortex. Prefrontal cortex is the front part of the brain where you put the tilak or a bindi, right? That just behind that spot. That is the seat for Vivek Buddhi. Essentially, the entire Ayodhya is experiencing this collapse. These are just the if the top collapses, then the rest is absolutely, you can be 100% sure that it is already collapsed. If the bottom collapses, that doesn't mean much. But if the top collapses, this is happening at the level of king and the queen. What all integrated brain functioning is totally collapsed at the very helm of affairs, like the top level. Think about the entire population that is going on right now. So next we will discuss Sri Bharatji's how he re-establishes the integrated functioning of the brain, or for that matter, of the entire people of Ayodhya, the entire everybody. He re-establishes CAA again, and that is exactly integrated brain functioning is nothing but re-establishment of CAA. So thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate.